Hello and good morning. Welcome to my morning forecast. The date is the 11th of March, Friday, and it is 8:30 a.m. So this is the Aussie US dollar. And as you can see, guys, I was forecasting a possible reversal. I think my evening forecast was around this time last night, so I was anticipating a move down. And again, this is what we got. But again, for me, we didn't really get an opportunity to get in. Now, again, there was a trade here that my mentor did take, which was at this level here. Again, for me, like I said, I was looking at a liquidity level up here that was being taken out. Why? Well, because we're looking at this downward move. And when I'm looking at this downward move, I'm thinking that retail traders are obviously, retail traders are going to start selling. Where would their stops be? Their stops would be above here. And again, it was taken out above here. Whereas he was seeing the actual opposite thing, whereas he was saying we've got a range here, we'll have liquidity above and below, and the liquidity below was taken out here because buyers and sellers were fighting here, and then we pushed up. And one of the reasons especially why he got in is because, of course, we got this really nice double candle push and a really nice close. So again, you would have been tagged in here and probably would have made around probably 2%. So again, a really nice trade there. That again, for me, is part of my learning, and for me, I will be ASRing and understanding a little bit better, but I have understood why he actually got in. So again, what am I looking at in Friday today? So as you can see, we have come up in a very ascending manner, which is what I was seeing and what I forecasted. So we broke the high, retraced, broke the high, retraced here, coming up in this really nice smaller ascending in this kind of larger ascending, okay? Very nice, and anticipating the move down. And we did get that, okay? But again, looking at what we got, the way we got it was a bit kind of mediocre. You can see we broke the low, retraced, broke the low, retraced here, didn't see that much momentum. Again, we started to form wicks again, then we broke this low, retraced, broke the high, formed a wick, retraced. Okay, so again, anticipating a lot more of a range. And again, you know, if only as we come into Friday afternoon, you know, it will be only very high probability setups I'll be willing to enter. But again, what am I anticipating on this pair next? Okay, so like I say, we have been ascending for quite a while. Okay, and one of the things I am noticing is that we are starting to push down. So for me, at this stage, if we do break, pull back to this level, I will be looking to get involved in a continuation of a trend, okay? But again, it all depends on price action here. It would need to be very nice and very high probability, okay? But again, we may not get that. We might just start to impulse down. If we impulse down, I'm more than happy to look for a nice continuation flag. Very nice and very high probability. But again, because it's Friday, we could just start to see that range. If we start to range, I will be just sitting on hands, being patient and enjoying my Friday afternoon and doing whatever I want. But I would definitely not be looking to enter trades if we are range bound, okay? Now again, we might just come up, break the highs again, come up again in this ascending manner, and again, be looking at opportunities to go down south. But again, this will have taken a little bit longer time to form. But again, I'm not really anticipating this, but if we do get this, then I will be looking at opportunities to go south. So again, that is what I'm looking at on the Aussie US dollar today. Again, anticipating a little bit more of a range considering we've broken the low retrace, broken the high retrace, and you can see we're a little bit range bound here in a sense. So again, waiting for more price action, okay? But like I say, I will be looking at opportunities to go south if we get the opportunity, because again, we are starting to push down. I'm not really seeing any shift in momentum here. We're seeing wicks to the upside, and again, we could actually start a nice down move. So again, sitting on my hands and being patient and waiting for Aussie US dollar to show its hand. Next pair is the Aussie Japanese Yen, and as you can see, I was also forecasting a reversal. I think again, I was around this time here. You can see, what did we get after that? Okay, you can see we've come up in a very nice ascending manner. We are trending correctively. We broke this high, retrace, broke the low, retrace, okay, and then we started to push up again. We broke the high with quite nice momentum, but again, started to see a very long wick at the end of this, okay? So again, what am I looking for? Well, on this pair, okay, we could just start to see a range. We've broken the low, retraced, broken the high, formed a large wick, retraced, okay? Especially because it's Friday, we could just start to see this range within here, okay? Now for me, again, we are starting to see that impulse up. Well, that move up. If we break the high, pull back to this level, I will be looking to get involved in a nice continuation of a trend. We know this pair likes to trend correctively, so this again will be high probability. Now again, we may not get that. We might just start to impulse down. If we impulse down and get the opportunity to get involved in a nice continuation flag, very nice, very high probability setup, okay? So we'll be looking at that kind of setup. But again, we are moving up correctively. We aren't seeing too much momentum. Again, we did break the side with a little bit of momentum. Again, formed a long wick, telling me to be very patient. What do I know about long wicks? Well, the long wicks are typically at the top and bottoms of peaks and troughs. So again, you can see wick, long wick, long wick, long wick here, long wick here, again long wicks here, long wicks here. So again, being very cautious. This is a very big wick considering all this price action, okay? So again, anticipating a possible reversal. So let's see what happens next on Aussie Japanese yen. Next pair is Euro US dollar. So as you can see, guys, again, I was looking and forecasting a potential move down, okay? And this was looking very interesting. But again, we are starting to move a little bit correctively. But as you can see, guys, what was I looking? We saw we had this really nice impulse up, okay? I said to you guys on the forecast, when you get this descending, you get this impulse up, okay? More than happy to look for a nice flag. But again, for me, personally, the price action wasn't right here, so I did not get involved. Now, again, what did I forecast last night? So as you can see, guys, we started to range around here, saying that we got liquidity above and below. And then essentially, even after this candle, when we're starting a down move, we're anticipating retail traders or traders, where they're going to put their stops when they're starting to see their down move. They're going to put it above the last high, which is here, okay? So again, for me, we saw this V, we saw liquidity being taken out here very nicely, and we started to push down, okay? Now, what happens when we get the V? I say we get the kind of correction / range and then move in the direction of the second leg. So again, I'm anticipating this move, okay? Now, one of the things that I was looking at here is that we've come down, we formed a long wick, we didn't really see any shift of momentum, and then we broke the low here. Sorry, we broke the low here, retraced, okay? And now currently, again, what has happened next? We've broken this low, okay? Could just easily retrace, okay? But again, I'm not really seeing a shift in momentum. If we look at this, there's not really a shift. So again, I am looking at opportunities to sell, okay? If we break the low, pull back to this level, I will be looking at a possible opportunity like this, okay? You can see, again, we've had a nice liquidity take, nice push down, not really seeing any shifts. Again, and my eyes will be open on this pair, seeing what happens next here, okay? Now again, we may not get this kind of move. We might just start to impulse back down. If we do that, more than happy to look for a nice continuation flag, okay? Very nice, very high probability, okay? So again, for me, my eyes are wide open on Euro US dollar. We have had a liquidity grab. We've had the push down. Yes, we formed a large wick, but again, we are pushed down with strong momentum, but showing no shift. We're ranging in a sense, but again, it looks like to me there is no bias coming in and taking the market up. So for me, I am looking at Euro US dollar depending on what happens next, okay? But again, like I say, I'm not going to be holding trades over the weekend. So again, you know, if I do get in a position, I will be looking to close over before the end of market, well, at the market close. So again, I'm being very, very wary of what happens next, okay? Next pair is a Euro Japanese Yen. As you can see, quite similar to the Euro US dollar. Again, what happened? We had this like ascending that I say that we get, impulse up. Again, we got the nice flag, which is what I really liked about this, and I got involved here. Again, taken out for a loss, we're completely fine with that. Now, what's happened after? Again, we started to push down. You saw we broke the high up here, retraced, and then we broke the low with nice momentum. And again, where our trade is going to be putting the stops? Well, for me, it's going to be up here in this location. And you can see what has happened. We can see that we pushed up, took out the liquidity, pushed down, but again, formed a large wick. Now, again, what happened after we formed the large wick? Again, we have started to range, okay, within here. So again, for me, I'm personally not looking at any opportunities now. Again, I was anticipating a possible move down, but again, we have started to push back quite aggressively. You can see we're seeing the shift in momentum, okay? So for me, again, I'm not really looking at anything. Most likely not going to be taking any trades on this pair because, again, we are going to pretty much range bound. So again, any setups to occur today is very, very unlikely on this pair, okay? Now again, if we start to just impulse down, again, these kind of impulses and flags can happen very quickly. I will be looking to get involved. Same to the upside. If we impulse up, more than happy to look for a nice flag. But again, on a Friday, very unlikely. But again, we'll keep my eyes open for that in the market ahead. So next pair is the pound. And as you can see, guys, I wasn't in a trade here, but again, I was looking at this move. We can see that we had this really nice momentum down. What I like to see on the pound, we saw we broke the low with momentum, but again, what happened after the break? For me, again, we retraced, okay? Why? Well, because you can see this. We stagnated with momentum. For me, that means that we're either going to push up or push down. And again, for me, I'm not willing to take that kind of setup on this pair. Again, if this was a different pair like the Aussie US dollar or a corrective trending pair, I would be looking for this setup. But again, for me, this isn't very high probability for me on this pair. But again, if you got in this, you probably would have been taken out actually for around break even from here. But again, completely fine if you did take that. For me personally, it didn't fit my plan. But again, if we had a nice little combo to that area, I would have been happy to take that. So again, For me, what am I looking at on this pair? Well, you can see we've pushed down and we're moving down in a descending manner. We can see we're breaking, retracing, breaking, retracing, breaking, retracing, breaking again and again, could possibly retrace. So again, what do I like to look on this pair? If we impulse up, I'm more than happy to look for a nice continuation flag. Very nice, very high probability. Same to the downside. Impulse down, get involved in a nice continuation flag, okay? But again, it will have to take time. So for me, again, I'm not anticipating any trades on the pound for today ahead, especially because it's a Friday. So again, being a lot more patient with this pair, okay? Next pair is New Zealand Japanese Yen. As you can see, we are still trending correctively upwards. We have been on this seriously long ascending. You can see even for ages, absolutely ages, we have been on this ascending for quite a while. Now again, for me, most recently, again, we are moving up very, very correctively, okay? You can see again what's happened here. We've broken the high retrace. We did break the low retrace here, but again, with this candle, but again, broke the high retrace. Did we break the low here? Looks like we must have broken the low retrace, broken the high, formed a large wick retrace, okay? So again, very nervy price action here, not really looking to get involved until we get some better price action. You can see that we formed a large wick, could easily just reverse as well here. So again, what am I looking at? On this pair, I like to trade continuations and reversals. So again, if we come up in this ascending manner, okay, break the low, pull back to this level, looking for a setup like that. Again, this will have taken a little bit of time to form considering we've got this price action here. Again, if we actually just start to move down, pull back, move down, pull back, I will be looking to get involved in a setup like this, okay? For me, again, like I said, I don't like to trade flags on this pair, something like this. Again, I'm not looking for that. So again, let's see what happens next on this pair. If, like I say, we get a push up, pull back to this level, I will be looking to get involved in a nice continuation of the trend. You can see we are trending correctively. Happy to get involved depending on price action here, okay? So again, that is what I'm looking at in the market ahead today. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend, and I'll speak to you guys on Monday or even Sunday.